This is funny. If you told me one of the biggest films starting off 2026 was going to be a film from a YouTuber, I would have told you. Are you sure, man? Wasn't there somebody else who made a YouTube horror movie that nobody cared about? And before that, wasn't there a Logan Paul movie or show that nobody cared about? Yes, we're talking about Iron Lung. I never played the game. I never saw Markiplier's run of the game, but holy crap, this movie is a solid 9 out of 10 because it has one flaw. Now, off the rip, I didn't know anything about it. Seeing this new world, Simon, the character Markiplier plays, and seeing people like Leslie Lovelock, great VA by the way, and also Troy Baker, hearing his voice, the interactions that they have, finding out what the hell is going on because TLDR, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it by now, we're in the future. Something's going on where we're looking for a new place to live, but the problem is the planets are dying. The solar systems are going out, the silent death is happening. Or is it the silent rapture? I could be wrong. And it doesn't help that there's groups of people, like from Simon's group, where they're kind of crazy fanatics, cultists if you will, and they're blowing stuff up. They're blowing space stations. They're just causing terrorism, basically. And I know the movie kind of just throws you in. Let's just be frank about this. And we come to find out after all that Simon is somebody who was involved with the prior one, and now he's taking out his life sentence in this iron lung, getting through being a test subject, piloting this submarine to gain his freedom. But what ends up grabbing you is the fact that throughout watching this movie, we see the world slowly become unfolded in front of us, or not really, we're stuck in a submarine, which by the way, I really was surprised how good they were able to give us these shots, these positionings, seeing the tension in Markiplier's face, the VA work as well. Very big deal, very important because again, we're just following Markiplier, Simon, in this tiny room, this tiny submarine. And the way they explore the world, by the way, which they're exploring a blood moon, if you will. The water is blood. Blood. And upon analyzing it, apparently it's human blood. So really trippy stuff. And the way they go through it and navigate is Simon has to use a special camera, X-ray camera, that blasts radiation and gives him a picture. Study, get samples, get pictures, navigate the cavern system, and you might get out. But in doing all this to get back in track, he finds a skeleton, he finds a fish, a creature, I don't know what the hell this is. It becomes a story of survival. At the same time, the stakes get high, he starts losing oxygen, he has to fight the voices in his head because, let's be honest, we don't even know the time, so we could assume it's hours or days, and he's just in there and he's still alive somehow. The hole is cracking, there's blood seeping through. Again, everything is blood. I don't even know if that's good for you. The way they explain things in the beginning is like the blood is very bad for you, so you do not want the hole cracking. And everything starts to mount up, everything starts to catch up, and you start feeling the pressure. And holy crap, man, the movie does a lot. And to be fair, it is a 2-hour movie, but man, the fact they were able to just sardine this movie, no pun intended, just full of tension, full of feeling, full of anxiety. If you're claustrophobic, do not watch this movie. I was kind of cringing in some parts, like, oh my god. So in a good way, but man, like I gotta give props to the VA work. Fantastic back and forth. Great job interacting with Simon and even Markiplier. This fucking legend is up there with PewDiePie and JonTron, and now he's trying movies, and he knocked it out of the park. He did a bloody grade A work. To see him play this game, which he played what, like 3-4 years ago, dive in all the way, help with his work. He wrote it, he directed it, he got help from the game's creator. They got new things going on for the movie, seeing what the people post when they were working on the production, seeing the love, seeing that this movie was as passion driven as anybody on the indie sphere with their pilots. Like, this man said, I want to make this movie, and if you like it, just come watch it. And in a day where 2 hours is like 30 years for everybody stuck on their phone, which is probably my only critique, by the way, this movie I personally feel could have been a traditional hour and a half, an hour 20 minutes of a movie. Part of it does feel to drag on a little bit in the middle, not gonna lie, but that's about it. Even though it's a slow burner and it burns a little bit too slow in the middle, people are watching it. People are loving this film. I ended up loving this film. Again, I give it a 9 out of 10. That's my only critique on this. This could have been shorter. That's it. But to see how they were able to play with the angles and the anxiety and just making you care for this tiny freaking room. That's got to be the craziest thing of all. And to show you the world through these pictures, these grainy black and white pictures, they did a fantastic job. Which, by the way, again, never play the game. I might do it one day now because I'm curious, but to see how this movie just ends up turning into an eldritch horror cosmic being and just blowing your brain essentially, like, this was freaking gnarly. I gotta give it to Mark, everybody behind this movie, the choreography of the way they were angling these camera scenes, the way they just handled everything and just made you feel that tension every fucking minute. I gotta give it to them, man. Great work. So yes, I was blown away. Did not expect to be super impressed. Again, YouTube creators do not have the greatest history of making films. And let me know. I'll see you humans. Take care.